There's going to be some giants that absolutely fold up, like Janess, like Visalis, like Monavi, like you pick it, Vima, pick it. And they're...
All right, guys, I just had to share a little bit about that with the Next Level Mastermind and a little bit of insight into what, I experience. I know Tam's in the mastermind, Gio's in the mastermind, Jason's in the mastermind, Colton, Pris, Jilly, Chris. So really, yeah. Hey, Jason. What's up, Jason? Good to see Jason on the call. Keemy, oh my gosh, good to see you. Brenda, awesome. Natalie B, thank you so much for the love. Zena, Jason. We're going to start flowing, you guys. Visibility is accountability if you can. Debbie, she's got her camera on. We got the girls from New York up in the house. So visibility is accountability, you guys. If you can turn your cameras on, go ahead and turn your cameras on. But yeah, I'm excited. I haven't trained Race to Freedom in a while. Go ahead and message some of the people that are on your team. Because for those of you who do not know me, you might get a little good kick in the butt right now, because I just went 682 today, you guys. I just went 682. The paperwork's being processed right now. I actually have 102 sale. She's sending me her sale coming up right now. I'm shooting to have over 20 sales this month in my 8 points. And so it's a great time for you guys to come on to this call and learn a little bit from the people that are having results, okay? The people that are having results, it's so awesome to see Jason on this call. Jason has some incredible results, but then Jason still shows up. Jason still shows up and he creates some massive duplication. And so, yeah, I'm going to light you guys up today. I'm going to give you guys a good kick in the butt because that's what I like to do. For those of you who can't see, I'm wearing my Lisa Frank unicorn shirt. All right. Drop a 111 if you know what Lisa Frank is. Many of you are too young and probably don't know what Lisa Frank is. But all right. I just want to say I got my unicorn shirt on today because we're hitting new ranks in our life, you guys. And yeah, I woke up today and I was just like so excited for 682, you guys. 682 is actually like a really huge accomplishment. 682 should be what each and every single one of you are actually looking to get to. It's not 6A, it's 682. Okay. So for many of you, drop your rank in the chat right now. I want to kind of see where everybody is at. And yeah, message some people, you guys. Like, let's get some people on here. I really protect my energy and I don't like to give my energy out too much. So that's why I only do 2 calls a month because I contribute in other areas and other trainings. And yeah, get your people on, okay? So awesome. We have a lot of 3As. We have a lot of 1As and 2As here. 2A, 3 away from 3. 3A, let's go, Debbie. Let's go. Debbie is right there. Okay. So yeah, we have a lot of people that are, kind of in the middle, right? 3A, you guys are getting started. I actually have a killer 3A training. Maybe I'll do that training next week. Okay. I'm going to do a 3A, 4A training. The 3A, 4A training, it's really great. And I think it's important for you 1As and you 2As to be aspiring and thinking like, what do I do right now? And what does that next step come, right? So I want to give you guys some tips. And then I also wanted to open it up to some questions because I know a lot of you have some questions for me. And, but yeah, I want to share kind of what's working for me right now. And my vision with this company of where I was at when I first started, when I was a 1A or 2A. And I was just getting going. And now my lens and my perspective now as a 682, who's also now looking to get into the dashes, right? So you guys, this business is all about duplication, okay? And I was sharing a little bit about what Eric Worre was sharing with us in the beginning of this call. I'm excited to go and watch the rest of that call after this because he really handed it to us. And I feel that we need to step it up in all areas, not just our business, but our life. And I heard this quote, people don't have business problems, people have people problems. So if you are finding yourself and you're in like a lull right now, right? It may be some issues that you got to handle within yourself, right? because the only way that you can ever create a team and have people follow you is if you actually learn how to lead yourself. Would you guys agree? So important for you guys to learn how to lead yourself. Drop a 222 if you guys believe that, right? You have to lead yourself first before you leave anybody else. And so I want to make sure that, because you guys, I sell a ton of machines. I sell so many machines. A lot of people that are customers, a lot of people that tell me that they want to do the business. And then some people come in with like fire in their shoes, but you have to meet yourself where you are at. Meet yourself where you are at, you guys, right? Because a lot of the things that I'm implementing right now in my business, you guys will get there. But it's literally like I have like 4 people that I employ right now, right? And building my business. Like I treat this as a real business. I got my $9,000 bonus for going 682. You know, we still have 10, 12 days left in the month. Like I ain't messing around because I know the product that I have within my hands. And sometimes, you know, we do have to slow down to speed up. And sometimes we do need to do that inner work because people can definitely tell when you guys are thirsty for a sale, right? Like people can definitely tell like when you have that energy about you. And also too, I'm going to share some tips with you guys too. I shared this with Cindy this morning. Cindy was telling me about, you know, like, I want to just like put Cindy and just like show her some light right now because Cindy has been going through it. You guys know, like as a community, we get to know each other, whether they're uplines, downlines, or laterals. We are humans having a human experience and we all have something to learn from one another. And Cindy has just been going through it with her health, with her job, with her kids. And she is focused on the solution. And those are the types of people that I like to surround myself with, people who are looking to the solutions, because there's so many problems in our life and it's so easy to focus on the problem in our life. I don't have enough time. I don't have people that support me. I can't. I want you guys to take that language out of your vocabulary. And I want you guys to start thinking about how can I? How can I step forward? How can I change my mentality? How can I create more income? How can I get better as a person, as a leader? How can I get better as somebody who's able to help get this medical grade technology into people's homes? How can I? And Cindy has, you know, she went from like losing her job, going into surgery, having all of this stuff. She's riding for Uber. She made like $1,000 the other day, $500 the other day. She's making all kinds of connections, in this process, Ubering people all over her city. And she messaged me today, like, I'm so ready to get organized. I'm so ready to get serious about this business. And a lot of you just have to get serious about this, about your goals and yourself. Like, get serious with yourself. Have a come to Jesus moment. You know, like, am I actually doing everything in my capacity to fulfill this cup that I so yearn for, right? That I so desire, that I so see other people like Jilly, like Gio, like Colton, you know, like Whitney, like Jason, traveling the world and going around and making this impact. And I want that. And I want to let you guys know that there is a seat for you at the table. But are you guys ready to pull your freaking seat up? Right? Are you guys ready to do that? You have to ask yourself that. You have to ask yourself that, and you have to come correct on yourself. You have to come correct on yourself, right? Because like the only way that I've been able to get these results, you guys, is by showing up every single day and staying close to the fire. Literally, this business is the lowest barrier entry. You're talking to somebody who went to school, who got the magna cum laude degree, who got the internship, who was supposed to get the career that she loved, ended up in a profession that I never even stepped forward to do, fell into the corporate America trap, realized, hey, like, I don't want to do corporate America. I'm going to open up my own business. Spent years of my life, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars learning what I needed to learn in this human existence so I can be here in front of you and try to shorten that gap and try to help you. Because I could literally sit here and tell you everything that I do to be successful in this. But you guys, unless you start actually leading yourself, unless you actually start putting in your calendar, like right? Like I know that there's X amount of calls that I have to be on every single week. Those calls are in my calendar. Who's going to be, I want to see in the show of chats, in the chat, that is going to intentionally, after this call, look at their life. Because many people are doing this part-time, right? Drop a 222 if you're doing this part-time. Drop a 111 if you guys are doing this full-time. I'm doing this full-time. I'm dropping a 111. Girls from New York, 222. A lot of people doing it. Okay. Oh, hey, we got some mixtures in there. Looks like we have like maybe about like 60-40, right? People who are coming into doing this, like people who are doing this full-time, and then people who are wanting to do this full-time, right? Even some of you are in there doing it both, right? Full-time and part-time. And Shantae, keep it up. Look at your pockets of time. Look at what you can be doing. Look at how you can get better in every single day, okay? Every single day. Let's see. Let me meet somebody. So for those of you, full-time mama with a part-time dream, I love it. 222, but hoping to do it full-time. That's my ultimate goal. Many of you that are here, like you guys want to get to this spot, right? You guys want to get here. But I am going to tell you, you guys, the person that you are right now, and the person that I was 10 years ago, you guys, 10 years ago, I opened up my clothing boutique at 27 years old. 10 years later, I found this 4 years ago. My life has only changed in the last 3 or 4 years. Many of you will see me up here traveling. It wasn't like that for me. I struggled so much, and I struggled so much and was in so much pain that I decided to draw a line in the sand on myself. And I said, no more. When will you guys draw a line in your sand on yourselves? When will you guys stop crutching on your upline or crutching on all the reasons why you can't do it? Some of you have great uplines. Some of you don't. Some of you have no uplines. That's no reason to not be successful. You guys have literally everything that you guys need within your own hands. I'm going to be sharing some of that insight and also what's working, what I'm doing right now, because I think every single one of you really needs to think about your North Star and how you're going to be creating this massive duplication in your business. Because I just told Cindy, like we talked on the phone, and I said, like, look, like I'm going 200 miles an hour. Like, there's a seat for you at this table. I need your leadership. We need your leadership. The world needs your guys' leadership. The world needs you to show up as the most powerful, authentic person that you are. The world needs that. Yes, she's jumping back. And hey, we love you if you jump out and jump back in. But I shared this at the reunion. Just decide and commit. Because you only kick yourself when you're jumping half in and half out of something. You're only delaying yourself and your gratification. And that's where it shows up. And it's like, wow, like showing up to do the work, showing up to be intentional about how I'm stepping forward. And I'm going to share some tips and tricks with you guys today that you guys need to just implement in your business right away. So if you guys are going to walk away today after this call, and I want you guys to plug in minimum like 3 to 5 trainings a week. Can you guys do that? Can you guys plug in anywhere between 3 to 5 trainings a week onto your calendar? Between your nurse practitioner business, between your kids, between your job, right? I'm all in. I want you guys to put that in your calendar today after this call. Not tomorrow, today. I want you guys to commit. I also want you guys to commit. Drop a 111 if you know how to do the demo in person, and drop a 222 if you are not confident doing the demo in person. Casey, I want you to get confident. Audrey, I want you to get confident. Brenda, I want you to get confident. Joanna, I want you to get confident. Bethany, I want you to get confident. Because this is when, Marlene girl, yes, you're like a 4 or 5, 8, yes, it's time to get confident. Because you guys, when you get confidence in yourself, drop a 333 if you guys think that I have confidence in myself. I have the utmost confidence of myself, and I wasn't born with this confidence. This confidence came from me continually showing up. This confidence came from me doing the things that I didn't want to do. This confidence came from me pushing and screaming and kicking about like having to get organized in my business and having to hire people. Do you guys know like how much responsibility it is to have people that you like employ and are managing? Like that's a whole nother tier. I'm not going to talk too much about that. But you guys, this confidence comes from me because you can't tell me nothing, because I have the experience. I've walked the walk. I talk the talk and I walk the walk. And a lot of you will start having more results when you guys start gaining more confidence in yourself. How are you going to start gaining more confidence in yourself? You're going to apply yourself and you're going to get better. It's like, how are you going to become a professional athlete? You're going to practice over. Jason knows he's done the ollies down the stairs and fallen and hurt himself, but he kept getting back up. He kept getting back up to the point that, he was sponsored professionally. And you're not going to get there unless you guys flex that muscle. And I remember the first person that I helped to become a 2A, I made her do a demo in front of people in Spanish as a 2A agent. So that's the bar that I'm setting, because we have such an incredible system that I am in the process right now of looking for leaderships. And a lot of you, for those of you that are like, hey, I'm still a 1A or 2A, 3A, 4A, yes, and I'm getting a lot of health sales. Well, I think there comes a point when you become a 3A, 4A, definitely by 4A and 5A, you guys should be talking and focusing on the business. That has been a major shift for me, okay, is focusing on the business, and then also to talking about things that I'm doing in the business. And I want to share with you guys some of the things that I am doing right now that are helping me to really get this flow going and get all these sales coming in. Number one, live video, you guys, live video. And I even have to like come down on myself harder and just be like, okay, like I've been in Washington for the last, week with my family, spending time. I haven't been able to do my live video, but now we're Tuesday, we're getting back, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be putting all of my live video into my calendar. Again, going back to your calendar and looking at your calendar and making sure that there is no dead space in your calendar first and foremost. You guys have a purpose. You guys have something to wake up for. Let that light you on fire. And I need you guys to 100% disconnect to the outcome. I also too, live video. Okay. So if drop a 111, if you do live videos, 3 to 5 times a week, or a 222 if you don't do very many live videos. Okay. So live videos, because as you are growing in your business and you are growing as a person, you should see that change in your content and in your social media, right? I'm going to use a great example. Justine under Louie, I see Brenda is on the call, which is Justine's mom. And like, I've definitely seen Justine has one direct sale and an indirect sale. And she doesn't have any experience in this, but I've definitely noticed a change on how her social media is showing up. Like, she's showing her face, she's playing with Canva, she's using some stickers, she's evolving. Before I met her, she never even used to do that. So what does that look like when you are a 3A and 4A and a 6A, right? Like, what does that look like? Like, how are you evolving? How are you changing and letting that change like transfer over to the screen? I would, with live video, you guys don't have to, because it seems like live video is an area of opportunity for everybody, okay? So live video, and actually I got some awesome notes on live video and what you guys can do. So I want you guys to start doing live video. Live video is so important, and I shared this on the last call. Because it's working so much, because people are getting to know me and my heart. Like, I have so many of you that reach out to me as well and say, like, I can feel you. I can feel you're authentic. I know, like, I had some girl like reach out to me and she was like, I mess with you, girl. Like, I like the way you talk. I like what you talk about. Like, I could see us being friends in like real life. And some of you are just like, well, I don't have a personality like Whitney to get out there and just like talk. And Again, I'm not duplicatable. Neither are you. That's the gift of being human, right? We're 1 in freaking 8 billion, okay? It took like 4,000 of your ancestors for you to procreate, for you guys to be here. So, like, are you meant to have a big impact on this earth? Like, yes, absolutely. You just have to see if your soul is gonna show up for that journey. That's your decision. You guys understand that, right? That's your decision to fulfill that God-given purpose that was stamped on your life when you were born. Like, I know that I have a calling on my life. I didn't know that it was going to be through water. I never even spoke on stage before 2020. I never even showed my face on social media before this. So, like, I've learned all these skills that have allowed me to grow and change, you guys. And I want to give you guys some ideas, okay? It's simmering, it's boiling, right? I'm going to give you guys some ideas for live video, because what has worked for me, I love that smile, Debbie. What has worked for me really also too is just like getting the little car, the window thing on my car. And every time I'm driving, right? I mean, we're all driving somewhere most every single day. And I find that that's such an amazing opportunity for you to just go on and talk about whatever's going on. Like, I really like to address things that are happening in my life. I like to address current events. I also like to talk to my audience through my live stories. If there's like, say I'm talking to somebody that's very limited in their mindset, that really wants to join me, but they are holding themselves back. Like, I'll talk about that. I bring it up to light and transparency. Okay. Yeah. The window car thing, you guys definitely put that there. Okay. And, this was this was next level mastermind. I'm in so many different masterminds right now. It's like crazy. So, and that's another thing, development. Like, how are you guys developing and how are you guys changing yourself? Obviously, you guys have heard me talk about, I've invested over $70,000 back into my business this year, which is a huge pill to swallow, but that is also just take me to a different level. Okay. But investing in these masterminds, getting around these circles. I am also in a Boss Lee mastermind, and I think I'm learning so much for her. So if you guys really want to unlock your business, I'm going to tell you, this is my magic key: live videos. Okay, live videos. And then also too, what you can do with those live videos is then download those live videos. And I'm going to pull up the link right here. Chris O'Brien showed this, and I was like, oh my gosh, my whole life has changed. Because we really need to be out here putting in as much content as we possibly can. Let's see. Opus, text to video using AI. Is it who's using Opus? I think this is it. Opus AI, you guys. Wow. So Opus AI, I think this is it. Or no, let me try this one here. Opus Clip. Perfect. This is it. Opus Pro. Okay. I'm going to put this here in the chat. Because what you guys can do with these live videos, and this is what I'm working on right now, because you guys have to think of like massive duplication, and also that everything that you're doing right now is already content. So I'm doing like live videos, and then I'm saving those live videos. Hey, imagine if you do 3 live videos and a week, and those videos are 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes, maybe possibly up to an hour, depending on some of these ideas that I'm going to be giving you. Okay. And you put it into here. So what I'm having also some of my assistants do is I'm saying, hey, now go download my live video, go put it into the Opus app. The Opus app is going to create short form videos for me between 30 to 130 seconds. It's going to create a caption for me. And now I want you to put that into a Google Drive. Okay. Next step for me is having people post for me every single day, because I just don't want to be doing that. I'm seeing like the full automation that Julie has in her business. You guys will get here, but for a lot of you, this is next level. So I won't dive too much into this, but you need to be thinking about that next level. You need to be thinking about 6A too. You guys' North Star shouldn't be 6A. It's going to be 6A too. Okay. It's got to be 6A too. So who are your first 2 6As next to you that you are going to help, that are direct to you, that you are going to help reach 6A? Is it, maybe you got a runner, Maybe you're building out a second account. Maybe you have 2 runners and 2 people that you're working with right now. Maybe you have a family member that you're building. It's like, you need to really think about that big picture. You need to really look at that, and you need to focus on that. If you guys want to have expedited success in eMagic, and if you guys are like, hey, like, I don't even have anybody, that's totally cool. What are the conversations that you're having? The conversations that I'm having, I can literally pick up the phone right now and be like, hey bro, you ready to get your machine? Hey bro, you ready to get your machine? Hey, you told me that you would be ready in August. I probably have like 5-10 people that I could call right now and close some deals, because I am always in conversation with people. I am always talking with people, and I'm not thirsty for the sale. I will let them know, just be like, hey, like, I know that this can help your business. I know that this can help your health. Like, I could literally show you guys the messages where, like, you can't tell me nothing. Like, there's no talking me back. There's no convincing me that you don't need this machine. I know that you need these machines. It's because I'm getting into these deep conversations with people, right? And then people are getting to know me through my live video. People are getting to know and like and trust me through the information that I'm putting out there. People want to know if you're real, if you're genuine, authentic. There's so much fake shit on the internet, right? There's so much fake and just fakery out in general. If there's one thing that I can't stand, is people faking it. It's just like, just be you. Just like, you're going through a hard time, like, share that hard time. I'm going through hard times all the time. Even like, it's just life, y'all. Like, we all going through a hard time all the time. But like, what are we doing to really change that? What are we doing to really surround ourselves around people that are going to help us? People that are going to help to alleviate that. So I'm going to give you guys some tips here. I know I've been kind of like motivational talking into it, but I just like think like, just decide, y'all. Decide, draw a line draw a line in the sand of your life, and be the deciding driving factor, but to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. Because I'm going to tell you, ain't nobody going to give that to you. You got to give it to yourself. And a lot of you guys will let fear, lack, and scarcity, and also these powerful things that come into our mind telling us all the reasons why we can't, and how it's hard, and how it's this and how it's that. It's just like, at the end of the day, you guys have to pick your hard, right? I know doing live video is hard, but it's like, you want to make a ton of money and impact lives, don't you? It's like, drop a 333 in the chat if you're trying to make a ton of money and change a lot of lives, okay? So it's like, let me see this evolution of your soul. Let me see this evolution of yourself, because I can freaking tell y'all that the woman that stands here today right now is not the woman that was 10 years ago. And I know people from 10 years ago that are still in the same position. So what's riskier? Going live or being in the same position 10 years from now? You tell me. You tell me. You ain't being hard on yourself. You guys need to be hard on yourselves. Like, you guys do. You need to just be like, look, like, I can do better. I know I'm going to do it better, and I'm going to show up, and this is how I'm going to do it. Reverse engineer that ish, you guys. So, all right, let me kind of get into this. So, conversations in live video is going to be unlocking your business. And if you are constantly talking to the same people, you're going to hit roadblocks, okay? Y'all, like, I use a CRM, and it's called Udo, and it's free. You get one application for free. I have the CRM, and it wasn't until I actually remember I was a 6A. I was already 6A. This was only last July, you guys. So this is what I'm talking about, like gross and levels. I did not track any of my sales. I maybe had like a book, an exposure book, which we do that in the beginning, right? But yes, thank you. CRM is a customer relationship manager, for those of you who don't know. Every single one of you should be having a CRM right now. Start off on the right foot. Start off on the right foot, because you're going to be duplicating this downward. So I have a CRM, and I have leads, you guys. I have leads and leads. I have freaking hundreds of leads. You guys want to see like what I have? Okay. Awesome. Juan, Spain. He just scheduled off of my type form. Okay. I'm taking notes on him. He's in New Hampshire. He's turning 28. He's interested in health and wellness. He's good at what he does, but he isn't excited about it. He wants to travel. He wants to be able to see his family. You guys, if I didn't write Juan down, I would probably forget Juan tomorrow. I'm not even joking you. This is how I have so many results. Look at these results. Look at these. I have one of my downlines working my leads in my DMs. Look at that. These are some of her leads, right? These are some people that are pretty much ready to go. Jesus, he already bought his machine. I got to hit her up. I got to hit him up. Right there, all these are all people. Bam, 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 bam. I could call those people and like literally get them like right there, right? So like, look at all of this. Look at this. So you guys got to get like this. And you guys also too, like need to be like consistently talking to people inside and outside of your immediate sphere. And then also saying like, hey, how could I get better on social media, you guys? Because social media, and I know like, it doesn't matter how old you are, you guys. We have like I know Barry's on our team. Like Barry's out here going viral on TikTok. He's like, I don't know how old Barry is, but it's like he's learning how to get online and do all of these things, right? Like, and that's so cool to see somebody that is somebody that's actually, you know, that's actually being like, okay, like I'm gonna learn something new, right? Like, and I'm gonna do this. So if you guys are a 4A, 5A, and 6A, and you guys don't have a CRM, get it together. Like you guys, and this is me telling myself as a 6'8", like, Whitney, get your shit together, right? Because like I remember watching Leonard go live, and she went viral, and she was like, there was no way. Like this is actually when my business started to become professional, was when I actually started to track it in a CRM. Okay, so like get your CRM. So we got people that were saying that they're going to start putting the calls into their calendar. Okay. Whittles, I need to level up, do my CRM, and get the heck out of my own way. Move yourself, Marlene. It's like that Ludacris song. It's like, move, get out the way, get out the way. It's like, move. It's like, move. Like, ain't no time for that pat self. Ain't no time for those limiting beliefs. Ain't no time for that person that's going slow. I don't identify with that anymore. This is what I identify with. This is where I'm going. This is who I am. And the fact that you guys are here on this call is legit. That's what it's about, right? That's what it's about. No age limits. I love that. She wants 76 and she wants to pursue the opportunity and grow. This is amazing. Nina, it's like you need to get off of the notebook and you need to get to the CRM, because every day you're sitting down in the CRM and you're sitting down for a professional business. You're not sitting down for a hobby. Y'all feel me? I have a professional business. My income shows me that I'm professional because I don't treat this like it's a hobby. I treat this, and even for those of you that are not full-time yet and you guys are learning and just starting and doing it to the side, just be like, look, like, hey, I have a call. I got to show up for the Wednesday calls every single Wednesday. I got to show up. I got to make sure that I'm inviting people to the webinars every single Tuesday. I got to make sure on Monday that call is in my calendar. I got to make sure that every single Tuesday that's my work day, because I'm a busy mom. I'm going to find another busy mom, and we're going to sit and work our businesses, and we're going to be doing follow-ups. Hey, my kid's going to be going to school. I'm going to work. I'm going to start doing some follow-ups while my kid's playing their game. Hey, I'm driving. I'm going to start listening to some personal development or catch back up on the replay of that call that I missed yesterday. Right? I identify as it. You guys are so funny. So conversations in your life. If you want to compete in your business, whoever creates the most quality content wins. Point blank, period. So Eric Worre was like, you need 10 pieces of content. And I'm like, over here, like one content a day. I'm like, okay, one piece of content a day. Right? So then what do? Like, I have an assistant. Now my assistant posts on all my other platforms. I just had a TikTok video get like 90,000 views. I don't even log into TikTok. I don't even know what's going on over there. My assistant's doing all that. You guys will get there, okay? Like, you guys are gonna get there. And obviously I'm probably getting leads from that are then going to my Typeform, and it's all funneling back to me, okay? So now I'm like, okay, like, how am I gonna get enough content right now to be posting 3 times a day? That's kind of what I'm trying to working up to, is posting 3 times a day. Well, I'm going to need to get a lot of those Opus videos. I'm going to need to get very organized, and then I'm going to need to hire somebody so that they can post on my social media for every day, and I don't need to worry about it. That's kind of where I'm at. So is your VA working on your TikTok? Yes. So my VA posts on my TikTok, my VA posts on my YouTube, my VA posts 2 reels a day on my Facebook. He also helps me with random things. A lot of the things that he's doing right now is really just engaging the engaged. So people who are watching, my viewers, every single day, a new viewer is getting a message. You guys are seeing, if you guys just literally follow me, just stay close to the fire, watch literally everything I do, okay? I use app later for scheduled posts. Yeah, and Instagram now has posts that you can schedule out later, which is great, right? So that's great. Spend 2 hours and plan out your Instagram content for the week. Like, again, be intentional about your business and what you're doing to step forward. So getting out the most quality content wins. And this is what I'm doing right now. You guys, I have a camera right here. It's in cinematic mode. It's literally recording me from the side. I'm going to upload it, put it on my Dropbox, send it to my VA. My VA is going to come back. Boom. I'm going to have a bunch of videos in my and I'm learning how to do it faster, right? I'm learning how to do it faster. A lot of you right now, it's like, hey, just post 1 video a day. That's it. 1 video a day. Use the repost app. Start flexing that muscle. Like, you guys should be posting at least 1 reel a day on Facebook every day. You guys should be posting at least on Instagram once a day, okay? It's just like flex the muscle, right? That's all you guys need to do. And then what happens? You're like, oh man, like this is getting easier. Like I need to go up in weight. Like, and that's how you build, y'all. That's how you build muscle. If you want to get better at speaking, you need to do live video. You have to do live video, okay? Look at your social media as a holistic approach. How are you reaching new people, and what do you do to build a deeper relationship with them? So many of you, like you guys know on my Facebook, I do like, hey, riding with Whit, like this is what we're gonna be talking about. I also created a private group for my brand, Money Making Friends, and no hard feelings. This is not an external group. This group is meant for me, my team, and my prospects. So don't be sad if you don't get approved into that group. Why? Because I'm literally creating a funnel, and I'm going to be talking about finances there. I'm going to be talking about like the things that I've learned as an entrepreneur. I'm plugging it out to my free coaching. Join this group so me and my team can get all their leads into one group. Very similar to like Boost Your Health, but we're actually nurturing relationships in there with people that are interested in growing a business, people that are interested in financial freedom. Okay, so these are kind of like the next level things. This is how I'm really like utilizing Facebook. That's Facebook is where I live. Facebook is my, I love Facebook. So that's really where I'm building so many relationships. Why do I love it? Is because I can build relationships really quickly there. And then people get to know me through my videos, okay? Short form video is the best for gaining new customers, okay? Meaningful relationships can be built through very powerful Facebook Lives, okay? Powerful Facebook Lives. When you keep showing up, it gets easier. It's like nobody likes to do burpees, but like, hey, what if you were to do 10 burpees every single day? It's gonna get easier, right? So like, just again, put it in your calendar. It's not rocket science, you guys. You guys can literally, like, if you guys are not in a place right now where you guys are creating your own content, like where when you are 3As, 4As, like 5As, you guys shouldn't just be constantly screenshotting and reposting. Like, you guys need to be building your brand. You guys need to be showing up in a different way because you're becoming a leader, and now you need to step up in, like, you need to flex your leadership muscles, okay? Which means that you need to get better and not do the same things that you have previously done in the past, because those things are not going to get you to that next level. It's fastest. It's the people will buy from you faster if they know, like, and trust you. Okay. So here are some prompts. I am going to put some prompts. So what are you good at? What can you talk about on a regular basis? And where can you provide value? It doesn't have to be about your business, okay? So rookie move is just posting water. It should be you, value, funny, water, you, funny, value, business, water. You guys feel me? Okay, so some of you are just like water, and that's a turnoff. Nobody likes a walking ad. Like, people, but people be nosy. You want to know why live videos work? Because people be nosy. People want to see what you're up to, where you're doing. And I will give you, like, if you guys could be outside somewhere, if you guys are like here and you're like, hey, I'm going to be going live. I'm reporting from like Laguna Beach. I'm reporting here from Newport Beach. Like, hey, like, oh, this gives me an idea. I have a gym. Like, hey, I should go live and go to my gym and like go talk about like why we invested $25,000 into a gym and into our own home gym. Like, why did we make that investment as two entrepreneurs? I'm sure some people will find that value. Wouldn't you want to hear why entrepreneurs invested, $25,000, $30,000 into their health? Like, we got a sauna in there, we got an ice bath, we got a Peloton, like, we got it all, okay? So it's like people are going to be learning about that. Like, hey, like, why would you do something like this? Because we're entrepreneurs and we know that our physical and mental state directly reflects our exterior world. By the way, some of y'all need to go hit the gym. Just putting it out there. Like, some of y'all need to hit the gym. Some of y'all need to get your body correct and your mind correct so you can get your soul correct. Y'all feel me? Okay, so go out there and lift some muscles, lift some weights, okay? Because what you put back out into the universe, like, you're gonna be getting back. You're gonna be getting back, right? I'm getting on a couple calls with some ladies after this, and it's like, wow, this is like my dream. Like, she's like a total babe. Like, I would love to be doing business with her. She's like an influencer, and she came to the Las Reinas event. By the way, if y'all were at the Las Reinas event, y'all know that was lit. Coming to our next one, October 20th, we're building the female entrepreneurship community. That was a sold out event. We were like twerking, talking about business. It was lit, y'all. So get there or get square, okay? So that was truly, truly amazing. So what you're going to be putting out into the universe, you're going to be getting back. So no wonder I'm getting so many badass people joining me, because I'm just putting badassery out into the universe. Okay. So it's like, come up, show up, right? Show up and put that information out there. So it doesn't have to be about your business, you guys, but yeah, show up and add some value to your customer or to your people that are watching you. Give them something to look at. And this is going to take time. I want to let you guys know that this is going to take time. You're not just going to get on and be like, so, like happy to be going live. And it's not one video that's going to blow you up. So I don't want you guys falling in love with the vanity likes. Some of my videos, they'll get like 75 views or 100 views, 200 views, but like my live videos are going up now, and it's like, wow, I have like almost 500 views on one of my live videos. Like, that's pretty cool. October 20th is the next Las Reinas event, all right, after Race to Freedom. So you want, it is that consistency. It's that flexing of that muscle every single day, you guys. And like I said, it's going to be taking some time. You can create video that shows authority. What can you actually teach? What are some things that you can actually teach? Just start teaching people what you know. Start teaching people what you are learning. This is why Jason Wessler can sell so many machines on his Instagram, because he's literally just teaching people about alkaline all day long. That's all he's doing, is teaching people about that. So I want to give you this tip too, you guys. You guys can actually Zoom and stream your Zoom onto your Facebook live, onto your Facebook page, or into a group. Okay. You can teach what we're learning. Go read a book. Go read a book. You don't got to be the expert. You just got to be a few people ahead. You got to be a few steps ahead from the person that don't know nothing, that never picked up that book. So like, what are you teaching? What are you educating people? Like, how much value that you have. So you go on your Zoom, and then I'm going to start doing this. You guys are going to see me start doing this, because I'm basically going to have a PowerPoint. I'm going to be going and doing the demo on my Zoom, streaming it onto my Facebook page or into my Money Making Facebook's friends group. Okay. I never think about this, but I get so much value from all these trainings and never share them. But that's the duplication part. And that's where you're kind of like throwing a wrench, Nina, like maybe in your bigger picture organization, because this isn't about selling machines. This is about duplication. I want you guys to take that away. This is not about selling duplications. This is all about duplication. Okay. So yeah, that's a pro tip that I've actually started doing. And it's great, because I will literally, you know what I will do for what you guys can do? I will literally go and I'll share the screen, and I'll go and watch the compensation plan, and then I'll like pause it and I'll like put in my 2 cents and be like, hey, when I was right here, like like I helped somebody that sold 6 machines. I got 680 times 6. You guys understand? You guys following me? And I'll go through and I'll literally just have the video on there, like playing. Okay. So yes, I never asked for permission. I only asked for forgiveness. Read and then teach. You guys heard me talk about that. Take everything your mentor says and go teach it. So I have notes. This is what I'm saying. Like, I have notes from Boss Lee. These are actually this what I'm teaching you. I learned this from Boss Lee. And then I hear, and I'm going teaching you. a lot of you are stopping yourselves because you guys are not realizing that everything that you do is content, that you are interesting, that really all you have to do is document your life and be entertaining. Like, throw some funny memes in there, throw some motivational, inspirational quotes in there, slice in the water, and then make sure that you're following through and doing your follow-ups. It's literally that simple. If I could give you a thing, it's like, it's that simple. Be visible, be close to the fire, be consistent, go live. Like, those are the things that I'm telling you, like, how you guys can make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars if you guys take it there all the way. Live interviews, great way to jump into personal brands. A lot of this comes from interviewing successful people. So I have my money making friends group, right? And so like and this is where I kind of got fallen off of my content calendar, was that I have to go through, and every single week I will be interviewing somebody that I look up to and somebody that inspires me, a money-making friend, somebody that is maybe in a different profession. How are you guys creating relationships with the people that are in other professions than you? How are you guys then also utilizing the power of social media to collaborate and then get that visibility into different networks on social media that you may not have ever gotten into? So I'm doing that right now. I reached out to a woman that I love her so much. She has a huge following on social media. She's in the salon aesthetics space. And like, I'm like, hey, like, can I come and reach out and can I interview you? Like, and I'll give you the video. You can have it all for free. And she's like, yeah, like for sure. We can collaborate. That's going to be awesome. That's going to literally, like, she's going to be able to have that content. Like, yeah, it's content. I'm going out of my way. I'm doing something, but I'm going to give it to her for free. She's going to be posting that. And then there's going to be crossover. How are you guys being like strategic about like the relationships that you guys are building online with people, even if those relationships are not going to end up like in a direct sale, Like, so like get out of that, get out of the, I'm like getting so thirsty right now. Like we got 12 minutes. I'm like, get out of that space and that energy of like desperation of like, I need to make a sale. No, you need a business partner and you need to figure out duplication. That's what y'all need. Okay. Yes, you do need sales. Yes, you guys do need to, like, even if somebody is just a customer and they don't want to do the business, like you guys still need to work those leads and that funnel, but the big picture. Okay. I know I'm like freaking like, where is my water? It's in the other room. So yeah, live interviews are a great way. Like I want you guys, so I want to see a 444. Who's going to book a live interview after this? Put it in the chat. Who's already like, I have somebody in mind I want to interview and I'm going to reach out to that person. I love it. And start small. Oh my God. You're like, oh my God, I went live once. Okay. Like, where can I go live again? Go live when you're cooking, like talk about the cooking, like go live when you're like, your kids are at the park and you're talking about like, hey, I can't wait until like, this is every day for us. And like, I could just work from my phone and whatever, or give some tips on, hey, how do you, what do you pack for the day when you're going out with your kids? How do you keep happy kids when you're going out to play in the park? I don't know. I'm not a mom. I love it. Keep it up. Every time you do something, try to make as much content from it. A lot of you are like, oh, I don't have the time to like do the content. I have a full-time job. I have this and I have that. Like, are you guys saving sound bites as you guys are scrolling? Are you guys dedicating a day of where you're like, oh, hey, I'm in a pretty place. Like, I'm going to do a video of me spinning around in like the forest, right? Like, or I'm going to do a video of me like swimming in the water. Like, you guys can easily get videos of you out and about. I was in Washington. I was like, Mom, take a video of me running into the water. I run into the water. I'm going to put a sound over that. I'm going to put some call to actions and some words over that, because that's also showing people about my lifestyle, right? Your guys' lifestyle is so important. So everything that you do, I want you guys to like think about document everything that you do, because then you're then going to be, you're going to have so much content in your phone. You guys aren't even going to need to think about it. Lifestyle and storytelling videos. So I love to storytell. I love to really, and all the great speakers and leaders, okay? Yeah, frolicking. All the great speakers and leaders, all they just do is storytell. I'm going to tell you about a story about a girl named Whitney that had a clothing boutique, that fell into this water. on a complete accident through an angel that came into her life, Vanessa. Now we're going into financial literacy and legacy and really like what we're doing and what we're building and creating as a community. Like, your life is just a story. Like, how are you telling that story and how are you painting that vision? I often will talk about, just go live and talk about like the visions that I see for myself and the people that I'm working with. And I talk about the future. I talk about like business owners that I will be on the phone with, people that own their brick and mortar business owners that are struggling, that are having a hard time. I talk about those things, right? Because I'm being relatable. People are then watching my content and saying like, dang, like she's real, she's raw. Like, I really connected with what she had to say there, right? And you guys, this was going to take time. It's taking me a lot of time in order to get here. But this is like how you guys are going to get better, is just by honestly, literally like showing up every single day. Live videos work because people are nosy. They want to see what you're doing. And you want to do like a mixture, right? You want to do static posts and do your live videos and do your reels, mix it up. And stream your life events. People love to see what you're up to, where you're at. Again, testimonials, this is something that I'm going to actually start doing for those of you that have helped somebody with their health with the water and or the business. Maybe ask somebody to write a testimonial for you. And then you can share the testimonials of like what people are doing. Oh, this is even a great idea of what I've done in the past. The Race to Freedom questionnaires. I will read my Race to Freedom questionnaires for the people that I have joining in my team. And I start to say, hey, these are the types of people that I'm working with. And you guys know, and I keep it confidential. I don't share like the name or anything, but I talk about like, these are the types of people I'm working with. I'm working with a single mother. I'm working with, a dad that, wants to provide the most for his daughter, right? So like maybe start there. And then while you're doing that, reaching out to people and getting testimonials for the water and the business and whatever testimonials that you can. And then you read, hey, I want to share these testimonies. This testimony is coming from, Bobby Soul I work with, right? Where can we get those Race to Freedom questions? Casey, if you go into questionnaire and you search like the last 2 years or whatever, you will see questionnaires of people that have, oh gosh, you can only do this if you're an advisor. My bad. You can only do that if you're an advisor into the questionnaire, right? Yeah. So only the advisor has access to those questionnaires, okay? But for those of you that are not an advisor, it's like, hey, why don't you reach out and why don't you ask people, like, why did you get your machine? Like, why did you get started? Like, here's a good question. What's something that you gained that you never thought you would making this investment? That's another great question, right? So just ask some questions that are going to get people to really think, because you want to be getting into people's heads. You want to be getting into their mind, and you want to be making them think. You want to be making them think about their where they're at and their choices, right? And knowing that, like, hey, if we have a health solution or we have a financial solution, that we're leading them to the answer that's going to be solving their problems. But we're not doing it directly. We're not, you need a machine. It's like, how many times it's like somebody says they're interested and we're pounced like, oh, like, how do you want to pay for it in full and blah, 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 blah. And we just get straight to it, right? Make sure that when you are going live that you're asking people to share, and you're also asking people to engage in that process. The whole time you are going live, you want to ask people where they're tuning in from. Hey, drop me some hearts if you're feeling this. Drop a 111 in the chat. Hey, if you're finding value, go ahead and send this to somebody right now that could benefit from it. And you can use multiple devices to go live. So for those of you that don't have that maybe have an old phone, you guys can use an old phone and connect it to Wi-Fi and use multiple devices to go live. That's definitely like, I'm about to I have a phone, and I'm like, okay, that's going to be like my content phone now, right? So, what are you doing to get yourself outside of your comfort zone? I like to create space where we can create community with clarity and transparency. And that's kind of what I really implement with my lives, right? Is transparency and honesty and integrity with people. And I tell people like, look, this is, and even if you're, because I have a great mountain to valley to mountain story. So I have that story, but for those of you that are like, when I think about Jason Wessler, it's like, hey, I was a pro skateboarder living in one of the most expensive places in the world. I hated every single one of my jobs. And now I'm living on the beach with my dog, traveling the world, making 20K plus a month, and living my best life. Right. So we may not all have those valleys, but for those of you that are the peaks, right? I know we all got the valleys, but you guys may not have those peaks yet. And, you guys want to be using stories. You guys want to be using stories of the people that are in this community. The story of Gio being a busboy, a broke busboy, story of ex-pro skater, the story of Tam, the personal trainer that was living out of her car, the story of Whitney, the struggling clothing boutique owner, the story of Ben Landry, ex-Marine, could have lost everything in the pandemic, but had this business. These are just stories that I'm coming off the top of my head. So it is important for you guys to learn this story and really dive into this community. And yeah, that's just some of the insights I wanted to share today with live video, and really how that's helping me to go to that next level, and also helping me be more accountable as to how I'm showing up, because I don't always want to be going live. You guys, I'm actually I can isolate from the whole world. Okay. I'm not always verbose and to be around people and do this. It's I like that. And then I like to be alone. And then I literally will not talk to anybody. Sundays, don't even text me, call me, look at me. I'm not talking to anybody on Sunday. So I don't always like to be like that, but I always know that I have to have that consistency. I have to show up, right? Tawny has 3 jobs and now she's winning and only has 1 job. Yeah. And she's going to be segueing into doing this full time, very, very here soon. So consistency, live videos, it's not rocket science, you guys. I know we have a couple minutes. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'm so thirsty. Going 682.
Whitney.
Yes.
I got a question about when we shoot mad content and for example, I took the girls to VidCon back in June, and then I got sick, so I didn't even really scrub all that content and post it. So how do you organize your content in your phone so that way you will go back to it and have a more organized way of doing it? Do you have a system for that?
I mean, I'm still working on this because now I have a videographer that basically makes all the content for me, or and I like that, but I found myself I haven't made a reel about the Enagic event. I haven't made a reel about Tennessee. I haven't made a reel about Las Reinas. So what I'm doing is putting all of those into a folder, and yeah, I need to work on those videos and get them done. But because I am working with a videographer right now, then when I put them into folders, I then share the album with him so that he can then go and create content with the micro content that I have already created. But for those of you that are not, most of you are not there, I would just put them into folders, and then I would say, give yourself a deadline and say within 48 hours, I have to execute on this, because this is what I'm working on, the same thing too, you guys, right? Because like I said, I have great content and it's being fed to me consistently every single month. But with events and stuff like that, I would put it into a folder, and I would give myself a timeline as far as hey, I need to get this done within 48 hours, because that visibility is important. And also I want to release perfectionism. I need to say that to myself. Okay. I love CapCut. You can always edit the videos you start creating in definite folders. I don't even use CapCut. I got to play around with CapCut,
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yes.
They have so many cool templates on there.
Yes. Yeah, I got to play around with that. But, you know, also, it's not like my favorite thing, making content. I get like soaked into it. Some of you love making content, you know, but like it's been really nice to get into my parasympathetic with having somebody that's helping me with all of that. But you guys will get there if you guys are like, I don't like making content. I've been making content for years, and now I'm just finally, like this last year, like leveling up in that way. Awesome. Yeah, I'll check out CapCut.
All right. Thanks, Whitney. I think that for now I'm going to create albums that are like stories, reels, and then other or whatever, you know, and then try to just keep feeding certain day events into those albums, so that way in my head it'll like take me back, you know, when I can sit down and do content, when I have a time blocked for that. I think that's the strategy that I'll use in the game, get to try it a little bit more of a handle and implement at least something.
Yeah, and like too, like just don't overthink it. I would say messy action is better than no action. So if you guys are overthinking it, and then that's causing you, talking to myself here, if you guys are overthinking it and you guys are not like out there, like just do the messy action. I'm gonna start taking my own advice. I have to still make those reels from Anagic and the Wake reunion, and I don't even think I made an Italy reel. Like, you know, it's like I have all of this stuff, but I am going to be making it. And then what I'm going to be doing is going back and then doing a voiceover, and doing a voiceover of just like the videos and the pictures and the images, and like breathing life into that specific event. And, you know, and it's fine. I'll still use the content, even though it's like not immediately 48 hours after, but this is just me working out in live time and letting you guys know, like, I go through the same stuff too, right? Messy action's better than no action. Yeah. So, I need that as well, as much as I'm sharing that information. Like, you know, you guys, just take messy action. That's always the best. Awesome. I love you guys. I will be training next the 29th. So in a week from today. And I'm going to be doing a really fire 3A, 4A training for you guys, and sharing some insights. Love you too. Love you guys too. And yeah, did you guys find some value? Are you guys going to go in and like take some action? Do you guys get a little kick in the butt and are like, okay, these are like the things that I'm going to do, and like put in my schedule, and like be intentional about like how I move and how I show up, and here's how I'm going to be getting better. Right? Awesome. Hey, Barry's on the call. You guys are so welcome. Live is so much fire. Yeah, got me kicked in the butt. Draw a line in the sand, Marlene. And stop putting yourself in your own way. It's like, move. We're moving. We're going for that Marlene, right? This Marlene, it's like, I don't need the Whitney from the past. I need the Whitney from the future. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. Love you guys. I hope you guys found lots of value, and go slay. Slay. Thanks, Louie, Brenda, Justine, Heidi, Debbie, Veronica, Nofar, Marlene. Love it. Yes, Zena. The girls from New York. I love it. Love you guys. Bye. Bada bingo, bango, bongo.